So I'm going to show you how to make a faucet like this. Starting with this default cube, I'm going to try to make this tap, just sizing that so it's about the same proportions. I'm going to scale this cube SZ3, maybe a bit more, SZ4. It's about right. Possibly a little tall, but you can make the adjustments as you like. Since I've made that 4 times bigger, Control R, and then I'm going to push 3 to get 3 loop cuts, and essentially I've made that chopped into 4 pieces. I'm going to put another loop cut up here. This is going to be my extruded tap. Take that, extrude, pull out around about there, and down the base here. Go to face select. I'm going to grab this one, and I want to extrude it exactly the same amount, so I'm going to use numbers. E to extrude, but then drop it by right clicking. G, Y, and then I have to get the number right, so I'm going to try 0.05. That's clearly not enough, so let's go undo E for extrude and then drop it. G, Y, minus 0.3. This whole side, extrude X 0.3. Take that one. GX minus 0.3. There we go. So that looks okay. Just having a closer look at these lines. So that's looking strange because the grid is nearby, so bring it up so it won't look quite so interfered with. Okay, so that's the main base shape, but the edges are too sharp. So I'm going to add subdivision surface. But that's going to make it go rather crazy. So I'm going to put a bunch of loop cuts in here. Control R for my loop cuts and pull each one out. I'm only going to do one side, so I think I'll put a cut through the middle, looking from the front, wireframe, and I'm going to highlight that entire side and delete all of those vertices. Then I'm going to add in a mirror modifier and apply it in the correct axis, and hey presto, I've got a tap. So all of these modifications need to only be done on one side. Popping out here, reapply my subsurf modifier, or at least unhide it. So we don't want to bring them too close to the edge. Try to be consistent so you get some curvature so that the edge looks nice. And if you pop them too close, double tap G and pull back. Option click or alt click depending on which computer you're using. Okay, so that's the base of the tap made. Now I need to make the top. So I'm going to go to face select. And I'm going to duplicate Shift D. And I'm going to drop it. And I think that looks about one of those divisions. So I'm going to go GZ1. Maybe a bit higher. Now this subdivision is in the wrong order here. It looks a little bit strange. So this one I'm just going to separate. Spacebar, SEP, separate by selection. But you'll see this cleft pulling in here. That is my modifiers are in the wrong order. If I apply the mirror first, see these up arrows, push up, and that's now applied before the subsurf is. This side here we can extrude EZ and pull it up until it's the right thickness. I believe that sticks out too far, so I'll highlight all of that and bring it in until I'm satisfied with the proportions. And we can come back to face select and grab those faces. EZ, pull down, make sure it's in the Z axis. Loop cut, not just yet. We've got to change these. Vertice select. I'm going to yank those in till about halfway because it appears to be around about halfway in here. Then I'm going to loop cut. And you'll notice there's a bit of a bend in that, so if I push E, F, and that's going to take the loop cut dimensions off the right hand side. And again, loop cut on the bottom. And I think that looks okay. A little bit curved at the back. There we go, a little less curved now. And I think that is looking like how I want it. Maybe a face inside of here, so I think there is. Let's have a look underneath this mirror. Yep, so I've got a mirror through the middle here that all these faces. That's causing some unusual behavior. And delete all of those faces so it looks hollow. And then when the mirror reapplied, I don't get this cleft through the middle. So that's the large part of the tap, and if it's only going to be off in the distance, you could probably leave it there. Otherwise, adding in a few other simple parts. It's got subsurf on. Let's pop in that. Push L and that's going to highlight all of that, and I can then GZ, bring it up. It only sticks out just a little bit, probably won't even see it. And I could probably duplicate that part, Shift D, needs an extra, oh, it's got a mirror modifier on it, we don't need that. L, and separate that part. And it does not need a mirror modifier on it. Yes it does. Got to apply it to the right thing. Add modifier, mirror. That's the one I don't want a mirror modifier on. Not perfect, especially don't need that geometry there, but I'm just going to leave it there. Makes for a simple tap, and it looks like it's got a little plug around the back there. Shift A, make a small cylinder, scale on the Z axis, scale Shift Z, keep it long, loop cut, another loop cut. And then highlighting that end, extrude in the Z axis, scale bigger, extrude Z axis, extrude Z axis, scale, extrude Z axis, scale. So that looks similar. L, rotate in the correct axis, of course. So looking side on, or RY, pop that in there. Now all of these are nice and shiny, so the seams won't matter a great deal. So for each of these, I'm just going to choose Smart UV Project. that'll do. And then I'm going to make a material. I've already got some materials made in this file, so new slot, and I'm going to choose chrome because I've already made chrome, and then assign. Should be chrome assigned to all parts. Quick save. And under rendered mode I've got no lights, so I won't see anything just yet. But something I prepared earlier and hiding in another layer. I've got a floor and some lights that you can see there. So highlight all, M to move it into layer 1. Go to layer 1 here, so I've got my tap and my floor. Hopefully my lights are at the right height. So I've got an array of lights. It's a very grey world. Boost that light array significantly. Look through my camera. Try changing my world color. There's not a lot going on in there. It's really hard to see with the chrome being essentially perfectly shiny. Let's see what we can change. Might cheat a little bit and plug in a world. I've got Pro Lighting Studio, so I'm just going to cheat slightly. Let's put it in an outside world and it'll actually have something to reflect.